Hey guys, welcome back to the second video in this Django blog tutorial. This is the second and last video. So in the last video we stopped at getting all the list of blog posts and then making them order in according to the latest post. So at first when we put it, it was showing the oldest posts at the beginning, but now the latest post shows at the beginning. And I said in this video we're going to continue by as you can see, all the blog posts is showing on the front page, which we don't want. We only want like 10 words or 20 words to show. Then a user should be able to click and it will take them to another page to read the whole text. So that's what we're going to do in this video. So first of all, let's remove all these. We don't like the way all the posts is showing, so let's change it to like only 20 or 30 words. So right here in VS Code, all we just need to add in post.body, we'll say truncate words, and then we'll put a colon and say 20. So this is gonna truncate it to just 20 words. Now when I hit refresh, you can see now I only have 20 words, and it automatically put these 3 dots, which shows that you can continue reading when you click on it or something. So as you can see, only the first 20 words are showing, which is looking good. So what I just need to do now is to make sure that a user should be able to click. As you can see now, there's just plain text. A user can't click. So let's make a user click, and then it's going to take a user to another page. So right here, it should be in this old class. So let's add, yeah. So right here, an a tag it should be going to nowhere for now. Let's paste that back. So this can come here and this can come here. So let's save this. So this should be going nowhere, but let's just check that. Okay, this is showing, but we don't like how all these, as you can see, showing line with purple. Nah, we don't want that. So we can just easily add a simple styling. So let's just say style. Oh, we don't need to say style. We can just add it in the a tag. We'll say style and say text decoration should be none. So this is just gonna make sure that all the styling doesn't show. Yeah, so as you can see, the lines, the underlines doesn't show, but we still have this in purple. So very easy, and just change it to color black. So good. But when the user click on it, it still goes to that same H whatever. So now as the user click on it, it should take it to a dynamic and unique page. So everything we're going to be doing is going to be dynamic. You're going to understand that in a second. So let's come here now. So what page is the user going to go to once they click on a post? Let's go create that. In the URLs, let's create one and name it post. We'll say views.posts, and then we'll give it a name of post. We must add our comma right here because it's a list. Save it. Right now we don't have any function in views named post, so let's go create that. So say dev post request, and then let it just render a simple HTML page, and then let's say post.html. So now we save this, but we don't have any page like this. Let's create that quickly. Right here, new file, post.html. Okay, so we have with an S. So let's come here and update that post with an S. So that's good. And now what we just want to do is to make this kind of dynamic. So we want to, right now we can go to /post, but nothing is showing. It's just a blank HTML page, which is this page. So we want to get all the data. So we want to, like, once the user click on this, it's gonna take us to that /post, but it's gonna be like /post/1/post/2, different page with different URLs. So this blog post, since it's the first post, it can have an ID of 1, so it can be /post/1, this can be /post/2, this can be /post/3, if you understand that. And then we're gonna get all this dynamically from the database. So let's do that quickly. Right here, we can just say, we can give it an integer or a string. I just like a string to avoid any errors. So a string which is pk. So this is saying, let's put slash, that post / a string which is pk. So we can save that, come into views. So right now we are collecting pk, and then what we just need to do is to say that post is equals to post.object, not with an s this time, just object dot get the one which id is equals to pk. So once we have this, we just simply pass it to the HTML. Let's copy that here and paste. So what we're doing is, once a user gets this URL, so let's say it's going to be post/1, and you know that /1 is the ID of, let's say, one of these, so obviously this will have an ID of 1 because it's the first, or maybe an ID of 0, maybe. But once we get the ID, it's going to be passed in this URL, and from the URL it's going to be passed here. You can see that this function is getting that pk, which is the name we gave it right here. And then from that pk, we are using it to filter our database. So we're having a new variable, and then what is being assigned to that variable is posts, which is our model dot object dot get. So it's gonna get that particular post which has the ID of pk. So then once we have that, we're just passing it to our post.html. So just the way we did index.html, we can go there now and access that post. So right here, let's just copy the index.html code and use it. So let's paste, but it's still Tomi's blog, but let's go to /post. Okay, so we need to add something. Let's say /1. Okay, so it doesn't have an ID of 1, 0. So let's come into our database. Okay, no ID for now, so we need to create a particular ID. As you can see, for now it says where is it, type post has no attribute object, so it doesn't see any post with this particular object, which is kind of weird. But so what we just need to do is to make sure that we are doing the correct thing. So we're basically gonna come back here in our URLs. So we're passing the string as pk, good, and then right here we're collecting that and then filtering it, which is good. So post.object, okay, so object with an s, so post.objects.get. So now when we come here, let's give it 1. Okay, so post object is not iterable, yeah, for sure. So what it's saying in post.html, if we come here, as you can see, we're using a for loop to get this now. But in our index, because we said post.object.all, which means it's getting it as a list or as a dictionary or just a list of something, so we can loop through it. That's the meaning of iterable. When I say something is iterable, it means we can loop through it. But when we say post.object.get, we're only getting one specific value, so we can't loop through one specific value. It's just one thing. So that's why it gives us this error that post object is not iterable. So in our posts, we must remove this and remove this. So now if we come here and click enter again, we don't have anything here because we're using posts instead of post with an s, but let's leave that like that. But we have this now, and then right here I want to have the post. So I'll say post the title, post the created art, and post that's body. But now we're not truncating any words, we want every single thing. Now let's save. So as you can see, it says how to deploy a Django project to Heroku, and then it gives us all these. So this is what we need. So right here, let's give this an H1 also because it's a title, and then I think the rest is good. So let's save and hit refresh. So how to deploy a Django project to Heroku, and then we have the date that was created, and then we have the whole post for this. So first of all, let's remove this particular a tag. We don't need that again, so that is gone. So right here you can see that this is perfectly working, but what we want to do now is that from the home page we want the user to click on this and it will go to that particular post. So we have to come to index.html, and we'll say, instead of going to an hashtag, we'll say slash posts with an S. Let's be sure. No, just posts. Then slash post.id, just like this. Now this should have everything working. Now once I click on this, you see it takes me to installation of Python, the date it was created with the old posts. And let me go back again. If I click on another one, you see it takes me to that particular post, and if I click on another one, it takes me to that particular post. So this is how to build a simple, very simple blog using Django. Now you can add some more advanced features, like very advanced features like images. You can add comments, like a user should be able to comment. You can add to different types of text, so that user can design his text like fonts and stuff like that. You can add a various of other things. It's just the basic feature in our blog is the CRUD functionality, which is create, read, update, and delete. So a user should be able to create a new post, which we can do from our admin panel, and then should be able to read the post. So as you can see, anybody can come here and read this, and you should be able to update the post. So if I come here and installation of Python, and I say installation of Django, and I say save, and I come here and hit refresh, as you can see it changes to Django. It should change to Django because that's what we designed it for. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and a user should also be able to delete a post. So if we come here and delete a post, it's gonna delete higher. So we click delete. Yes, I'm sure. We come here and hit refresh, it's gone. So that's gonna be all for this video. Once again, I really hope you guys enjoyed building this with me, because it was fun for me. And having all this said, I'm gonna see you in the next video.